He's playing well. You know, I guess when I saw him in training camp, when you kind of saw him in mini camps, he's as advertised. You know, he's explosive. He's strong for a guy his size. He brings some excitement to the game. Yeah, so I think he's a viable weapon out of the backfield. He's got a lot of tools he can work with. So I like where he's going and where he's headed. And you know, I kind of wish they'd be playing a little better right now. But no, I think they've got a back they can count on for a very long time.
Wear number 30 when you watch him on Sundays.
Is it weird or is it?
Special?
It is, because going back to our conversation when I talked to him, I just got a sense that he's a confident young man. He's a guy that he's an underdog. You kind of I can identify what he went through. Wasn't drafted, didn't go to the combine, but yet he had this hunger. He just had this thing, and I said, that's what number 30 is about. You know, it's not about giving it to somebody who's expected to do well. It's giving it to somebody who, you know, wasn't expected to make the team. I wasn't expected to make it. So I think it's just only fitting. To me, it just feels like it's perfect to have a guy who wasn't drafted, we're number 30. And it seems like he's going to be a really good running back. So one day, who knows, there might be a chance where he's breaking the all-time rushing record, and I get a chance to kind of put the 30 on his back and make it official. Yeah.
Terrell, there's a lot of guys or a lot of news, I guess. Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
You, as an alumni, respected alumni of this organization, what has DT meant to the Broncos?
He's meant a lot. You know, he's been a consistent wide receiver with the Broncos for a very long time. He's been a guy that's been, you know, a real ambassador for the Broncos. Didn't get into trouble. Was just kind of, you know, a pillar in this community for a long time. It's a difficult, I guess. I mean, it's difficult when you have to trade somebody like that. But we understand the name of the game. It is you heard it a lot. It's a business, and you know, Broncos have to do what they think is in their best interest. And it's not sometimes what you do; it's kind of how you do it. And I thought they did it the right way. And hopefully, when he shows up this weekend, they're able to sort of honor him in a way that I think he deserves to be honored. Hopefully, they have a video for him, kind of recognize and thank him for what he's done here, and that would be a real cool thing to do.
Have you ever had the situation where someone you were close with was traded and you play them that Sunday?
I don't think so. That's bizarre. I think you wonder about the game plan a little bit, of whether he's going to kind of tip off some signs to his team, as he should. I've never been no. I don't think this is uncommon.
What do you think it's going to be like?
Emotional for him, no question about it. And hopefully the fans will stand up and give him a standing O and just acknowledge that we appreciate what he's done. But I can't imagine what's going through his mind when he comes back here. And now you have to go through the visitors' locker room, and we're creatures of habit. So when he shows up, he might be tempted to go to the home locker room. Yeah, it sucks, but it's kind of part of it.
What's your take, put on your analyst hat, the NFL Network pays you, what's your take on this team right now?
This team is just, you know, inconsistent, got some holes in certain areas. Obviously, you can start with the quarterback play that hasn't been what they expected this year. Defensively, they haven't been the defense we expected them to be. But it just seems like they're trying to improve and trying to be the best team you can be. It's hard this year. You know, when a few games I watched them, and a few games I try to say, all right, maybe they've turned the page, and you'll see it one game and you don't see it the next game. There's been some games where, okay, you watch them. The Kansas City game, for example, here in Denver, I thought they had a real good chance of really running the ball in the second half, and particularly the fourth quarter. They didn't get a chance to do it. So, you know, here's the deal. They always ask me, like, what's wrong with this team and how can you fix it? I'm like, well, if they knew it, they'd fix it. And we're all searching for that answer of how you can fix a team and get them to have the confidence and to be able to execute and not have both units, really all three units, kind of playing on the same page. And it's just how the game goes. But, you know, they're 3-5 right now. The best thing you can do is the most important game is the next game, as I always say. And this week against the Texans, they've got to come out and show. If they, you know, to me, it was like watching them against Arizona. I know they're playing the Cardinals, but it was an explosive offense. They felt loose in that game. Felt like they were just kind of playing and not thinking a whole lot, doing some trick passes and plays in that game. Vine was real active, and so it just seems differently what I saw the last week than what I saw when they played against Arizona.
You guys, time for a couple more.
played in front of this community for a long time. I know the community is still close to you. What was it like in the time?
I love it, man. I love it. My goal. See, right now I'm sort of in a different mindset and trying to build a legacy. And my legacy would be to be known more for stuff that I do after football than things that I've done during football. And that's my goal. My goal is for people to say, yeah, Terrell Davis, oh, he was this, and forget I played football. So it's going to take a lot of hard work, but I understand what challenges I have ahead of me, but I like it. The people are actually talking to me to speak on business stuff, and so it's real fun. Oh, it means a lot to me. I'm here a lot. My mom still lives here in Denver. I have brothers that live here, sister that lives here, cousins. So my pretty much entire family stays here, but Denver's always going to be home. Denver has always been great to me. The fans here always gave me respect. Playing at that stadium was always cool to play in. It's one of the coolest places to be, to play for, and to have the fan. I've never had a situation where you've had somebody who tried to, fight you here or say something about you here. No, it's always love here. Always been that way.
Last one of the slides you showed was of you, John, and Peppo, and with
Yeah.
the trophy, Pat up for the Hall of Fame. What would it mean to have him join you in the Hall of Fame?
Total excitement. 2 years ago when I went in, I talked about that and how Pat should be in the Hall of Fame, and to know that he's going in, that's going to be fantastic. He's done a lot, not only for this community, but for the NFL. And he's been a champion. He's been a winner. He's done it with dignity. He's been a leader. And to have him in, and he's been a real good friend of mine. He's been real good to me and my family and not in my career. So I look forward to it, and I congratulate him. I am so excited for him.